Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, good morning, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hi friends, it's me, Robin Hallett, intuitive healer and light sparkler at robinhallett.com. Welcome to Morning Magic. This is our time to come together with our love posse, with our friends on this journey, and remember who we truly are. Practice aligning to a higher self, our higher selves, and move through some of the obstacles that get us a little hung up. So welcome. I welcome you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, gorgeous and beautiful friends. And, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, especially on a Sunday. This is a beautiful way to come together and, celebrate our light, worship to our light, right? Yeah, so good morning, good morning, good morning. So, good morning, number one husband. Good morning, Carrie. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Stuart. Good morning, friends. Good morning, Mary. Good afternoon, Miss Beautiful Carol. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for being here. Hello, Wordsicles. Hello, hello, hello. This is me going, Hello, Rosie. Hello, Erica. Good morning, Caitlin. Good morning, Aggie. Happy Sunday. Wait, it is Sunday, Melanie. Yeah, Melanie, it is this day, according to number one. It's this day. We're all, man, it's so interesting, isn't it? Good morning, amazing Rabindo. Thank you. Good morning, amazing Carindo. Hello, Roshni. Good afternoon, Josie. Hello to the girls. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy this day, happy this day. So my friends, I hope you brought a cup of cheer. I've got a yummy cup of coffee, and I'm thinking about us all today. It feels like a sacred day. Thank you for being here. And to us all, to everyone, apropos, I'm hearing the sirens, to us all around the world. May we remember and know love, remember each other, remember our brothers and sisters, solidarity, unity. Here's to us. Cheers. Hi, CJ. Hi, CJ. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful and gorgeous friends. So I am wondering if it is you, TJ. Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm wondering if we could begin with a prayer. I have been, getting caught up on what's happening overnight, the riots, the protests, the activism, the statements of love, fierce love in the U.S. I'm not sure if there's anything going on in Europe. I'm a little behind on my global news this morning. I usually do check in every day. But I thought maybe we could have a prayer together good morning, Caitlin, that we remember our light, that we remember let's do that, okay? So I ask now that all of us stand together in a place of love, and we remember each other, and we send love. I send love to you on all sides of the lines, on all beliefs, on all wavelengths. Of course, every being, regardless, race, religion, we are one heart, one heart, one heart, love and peace and healing and evolution. May you be safe. May you listen to your knowing, trusting your gut. Rest when you feel like you need the rest. May you rest. And fierce love, fierce love and accountability Amen. And so it is. Whew. Yeah. Fierce love and accountability. Love has a backbone. Boned. Am I right? Yeah. So you guys, did you wake up this morning and hug yourself? I did. I woke up and said, I love you, Robin girl. Sometimes I have to, hi Aggie, sometimes I have to talk so sweetly to myself. Robin girl, I can stress myself out. I don't know about you. And then I can judge myself harshly for the things I've been stressing about. I don't know about you. So this morning, just so much hugs and love. So much hugs and love for myself. You know, sometimes you don't need to talk about it. I think that's a bit of a mystery to my friends, but I don't believe I always need to get into it because I'm going to realign there. What I want is to be bumped back into the light. What I want is to remember the light. That is, for me, what enlightenment is. Choosing and remembering, not telling the story again. Yes and yes. Good job. Yeah, so, you know, hugs, 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 hugs. Love, 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 love. And it feels so good. I'm glad to see you guys are practicing too. And did you pick a word for the day today? I wonder. Did you choose a word? My word today is truth. Truth. I've really been practicing, as you may know, all your names. You've been here every day, so you hear me talking about this. Practicing being honest. Practicing getting to know where I'm really at with things. Practicing helping myself not be afraid to know what I'm feeling about things going on. And specifically right now, I'm talking about, you know, the riots, Black Lives Matter, what's going on in the world, you know, just really allowing myself to tune in and know what I know, because it can be scary, right? It can be scary for lots of reasons. So yeah, my word is truth, probably trust truth, and remembering that every single one of us, wherever we fall in terms of what feels important and powerful to us, is our mission, is our message, and we're supposed to be shining as that. So yeah. So Melanie's word today is purpose. Mary's word is peacefulness. Hugging, Josie, her word is ground. Yeah. I love the word purpose too. That's good. Caitlin, what are you going to pick then? Are you going to go with that one? Roshni, light and peace. Carol, relax, as in the universe is taking care of me. You know, totally, you're being held. Rosie, acceptance. Beautiful. Stuart, alignment. Man, you guys, wow. Gratitude and love for CJ. Caitlin, trust. That's beautiful. Yeah. You guys, aren't you so like, wow, on your journey? Because there is a shift happening for you too. Some of us were, you know the evolution of your words. You know how you've started doing the hugs consistently. You know how you've been showing up here. Change is happening for you. Transformation. Yeah. Peace and light. Yeah. Yeah. Trust that you're being held. We are being held, and that's beautiful. Carol and Carrie, all of your words. Today's message is so beautiful for that. I was saying to Jeff, you know, it's so funny how I sometimes flip to, you know, my two current studies right now, Course in Miracles, you know, all the time, and then the Book of Knowing and Worth. Paul and the guides have written, I think, 8 books. There's a 9th coming out. I've got it on pre-order already. This is my favorite. I will not apologize. This is the one that really rings true for me. But I was saying to Jeff, it's funny how once I've sort of written down the message for the day, the channeled message or the guided message, then I just for fun flip through a couple things and come to the exact same passages no matter where. And it's so cool, you know, to know this is really the organizing principle for me. This vortex I'm creating of love to share with you, this is affirming my purpose. And so I wanted to say that to you because now more than ever, we need to stand strong in what we know and what we share, what we want to share, what we choose. And there's so much energy flying around of just like, I don't know what to call it, but insistence. You need to do something, you know? And never forget that you shining as you are, you knowing your truth, you practicing is doing something. So you can rest in that. You can rest in that knowing that if I am sending love, if love is my nature, I'm sending love. If I'm sending peace, if I'm staying out of arguments, if I'm, you know, offering forgiveness, whatever it is, I'm doing. That's me doing. You know, and you can't help what you love. It just is. What calls to you, the way it's called to you, it just is. So I say it all the time, you know, not all of us feel called to be on the picket line, be on the front lines. You know, not all of us have that in us, but we have art in us. We have Instagram lives in us. We have podcasts in us. We have posts in us. We have songs in us. We have music in us. We have, you know, meditation in us. So however you feel called to serve, that is your way. That is your way. So, yeah, that is our way. So the message today, I'll come to this verse, is one about accepting who you are. A lot of times, accepting who you are as you are, the way you are. A lot of times, friends will come in to see me in session. I had a day of sessions yesterday and Friday. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I always do this. I always go here. And why am I like this? I don't know if you can relate. You have some hard ways you can be hard on yourself, ways you can be judgy of yourself, ways you can be unkind to yourself, little pits you might get caught in again, little eddies in the river, little spinning circles about yourself and how you reject yourself. And for some of us, it's about other people. We get fixated on what other people are doing. We don't blame ourselves. We just tend to get mad at other people. It's an important thing to know that you don't have to fight it. In fact, fighting it persists it. You know, what we resist persists. Fighting your feelings, fighting your thinking makes more. It makes more. And so this embrace that we've been doing in the mornings is exactly the answer. If you're hard on yourself, if you're worrying about things, you know, if you're worrying right now, if you're anxious right now, if you're struggling, take yourself in your own arms and have a breather and give yourself a moment to rest. Because otherwise we just react in fear and resistance and rejection. We're rejecting, ooh, I don't like this about myself. You know, sometimes people will talk to me, and while they're trying to talk to me, they feel so guilty about what they want to say that they get all tangled up in it. And it's like, no, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. And if we can't love you in this space, I don't even know what, you know? So take yourself in your arms, give yourself a moment, give yourself a moment. This is what is needed, is that moment, that pause, that breather, that just love and acceptance of where you are, you know, because you can't realize your next step if you won't accept where you're currently standing. You can't make the move if you don't know where you are, right? So hugging yourself, loving yourself, and I don't care you're disgusted by your own thoughts, I don't care. You still have to do it. Okay? You matter. You're lovely. You're important. So that you can't tolerate your own thinking about yourself or your life, look at me. I can. I'm listening right now. There's nothing you could say or think that, can't be held in love. That's for real. And we need that mirror work. This is why we come together to be heart to heart every day. We need the mirror work. We need to see each other. I'll talk more about this on tomorrow's podcast. The inspiration is mirror work. And in fact, what's funny right now? Our ducks, Sunny and Cher. Cher is outside in the garden right now. I can see her from where I'm standing. We have a couple mirrors in the garden. I kid you not, she is laying down in front of the mirror, just gazing at herself. She's probably feeling intense company, that energy of love and accompaniment. So, yeah, accompany yourself. If you're struggling, you're worrying, you're stressing, some of us really have a habit, and it is a habit, of repeating the past things people have done and said to us. And that is a loop that feeds a negative energy in you so you can stay in a place. And if you don't want to stay in a place, if your longing is to advance, if your longing is to make progress, it's a kindness to say, I have to stop carrying this. Good morning, Laura. You have to stop carrying it. Is that making sense? I hope so. Can send some hearts up if it is, or it's resonating. You need to presence what is for you in order to advance. Thanks. If you don't know where you are, how can you ever leave? How can you ever go to your destination? Thanks, Roshni. If you don't know where you are, how can you even arrive at the destination you say you want to arrive at? Carrie says, connection is such a deep longing for me lately. The hugging is so helpful. And, that's courageous. You and I were talking the other day. Yesterday, you didn't mind if I shared, but I could feel it as we just hung out and hugged our individual pillows. You had a stuffed animal, which is much better. I could feel that energy. So even right now, thank you. Even right now, you're looking at me. You're hugging you. This is us together. This is us together. This is us together. Yeah, so you have wishes for yourselves. I am reading your comments, but sometimes, it's just better for me to stay with the message, just so you know. You have judgments against yourself. You have old stories. Sometimes you really need to call yourself out on that and say, stop. This is a part of me unintentionally perpetuating an upset so I do not advance. That's in the service of the Dark Lord within. I sometimes say Darth Birdie. If you know my birdie art, Darth Birdie is a character. She always keeps the helmet on, and she just scares herself all the time with that noise. So I'm reading some of your comments here. These are very old stories, and there is no judgment on that. I have carried them right alongside you, my friend. Zero judgment from me to you, which is good, because then I can say this to you. You cannot rise if you keep doing this to yourself. So it might be true, it might be real, and what's the destination of your heart? Where do you really desire to be? Because I guarantee Your heart is not saying, I desire continued victim thoughts, victimization thoughts of how I'm being victimized is what I'm trying to say. You know, I don't desire that, to be freaked out and scared. You know? I don't want that. I don't want to feel like a piece of crap about who I am and my accomplishments. So you must rise. Melanie says we are connected. Yeah, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Sometimes I just look at your picture and feel it. I can see your faces here now and I feel it. It's so beautiful. We are together. We are together. Yeah, Aggie, they are so heavy. I can feel heavy too. I was telling you this the other day. Sometimes I just start crying because I've been stressing myself out, and the stuff I'm stressing myself with, it doesn't matter. If I told you the list, you would all say, "Oh, no. Don't worry. You're doing so much. You know, we love it. What you do is beautiful," all of that. So, you know, we have to practice. Mary says, I'm kind of scared of the mirror work, but I'll do it. Bob Seeger, you accompany me. You know, at the end, if anybody's been sticking around at the end, that's what I've been doing. Just looking into the camera, eye to eye, quietly. So we could practice that way for a while today. And if the mirror work is too intense, get a small mirror and just do one eye. I just do one eye. Start there. Melanie says, I call it self-terrorism, and that will help me snap out, stop the terrorism. Yeah, I had a teacher in, you know, all the studies you do. Jeff and I did a 3-year training at the Center for Intentional Living, really beautiful. And our teacher there would call it soul murder, that we would have these horrible, horrible thoughts about ourselves or others, you know, the energy. Yesterday I was talking about this. There are no private thoughts. So even if we're thinking things about other people, they're receiving the energy. There's no private thoughts. We're not fooling anyone when we're sending energy. We're thinking thoughts, we're sending energy either to ourselves or others. So we need to practice. Yeah. We are one. We need to practice. So good. I'm loving this message today, by the way. It feels really healing. It's really healing. Yeah, and Roshni, that's exactly what I was going to say and what I always say. If we are one, when you speak to your friend, you're speaking to yourself. When you feel you are the only, when you are in your head talking to yourself, you're in separation. You're not in the oneness. So that's a nice practice to remember. I'm in the oneness, and this is not how I would speak to a cherished friend. And I'm speaking, you know, I'm going to speak sweetly. So on this day, I accept my light. That's the prayer I was given, asked to share with you. On this day, I accept my light, my nature as light, a light sparkler. Feel free if you want to say it with me. On this day, I accept my nature as a light sparkler. Saying it with me? Yeah, I see all the hearts. I embrace, I am a light sparkler. And, you know, do I choose to rise? In the basement of the dark disco, you cannot rise. All you can do is find aligned thoughts. Here goes the junk man, you guys. Got some junk? That's what I'm talking about now. In the basement, all you can do is recognize other low-level things. And the minute you give your attention to the old stories of how you were teased and picked on, the old stories of how people didn't love you, people betrayed you, the old stories of fear, you're lowering. And it's not, I don't mean lower like a judgment, but your energy is lowering. And pretty soon, the only thing you can hear are equally vibrational, lowered energies. So your ego loves to string together thoughts about your badness or how you're not doing enough. I know a lot of people who messaged me yesterday are talking about this, because there are so many fierce messages out there. They're feeling a sense of guilt about not doing enough to help this energy of Black Lives Matter, the awareness, working with the cause, all of that. And, to that I say, I'll talk about this more on the podcast tomorrow. Everywhere you choose to awaken, you help the whole. Everywhere you choose to awaken, you help the whole. So should you choose to forgive the person you normally rail against, if you say, I'm interested in not perpetrating violence anymore, if I want all of us to be equal, unity, I also need to practice in my own backyard. Does that make sense? My mother-in-law, whoever, the person, I'm not saying mine, but I'm saying, the person you're normally mad at, the people who teased us. I told you last week, the girls who would invite me to the slumber party, and I would go. I have to forgive them. I have to love them. I can't say I'm for racial equality, let's say, or unity, or however we want to call that, what feels right to us, but then hold somebody out because they're evil, because they were evil. They abused us. Right? Have to. So it's not even, wow, you're so brave, or wow, you're really, I don't know how you do that, like my parents abused me. I don't know how you forgave them. Well, the choice is simple. I can't hold you in darkness and expect to also be in unity consciousness. Anybody I hold in darkness holds me there too, holds my mind there, holds my heart there. So I can't even scream at people, wake up, even though I kind of do. Wake the F up, Sometimes I do. But I'm doing that from a place of love, I guess. When I talk to you like this, I'm saying, I love you. Let's wake up. You can't cherish your hurt. You can't stay mad at your mother. You can't keep expecting her to be crazy. Counting on it. Counting on it. So you don't have to forgive her, Let's just do our work. And we know that's us helping everywhere we go. It's true. I'm speaking the truth. Yep. Carol, it's funny, when I start getting out of my own way and I drop the heavy stories and accept my light, I also notice I'm not willing to buy into other people's old heavy stories either. Amen. And that's part of the scary for me. I don't know if this is true for you, Carol, but it's like, almost like, I don't want to call you out on your crap. If I get out of my crap, I'm going to have to start talking about things that are scary, That's where I went with it. And coming here on our morning lives, I feel my evolution around that. It's like, if I am afraid of being attacked for my truth, I have to give up my fear of being attacked, and that means I have to embrace the one in me who's afraid. This is exactly my process, It's like I have to embrace all of it. And it's okay. Like yesterday, I loved how Melanie said, well, I don't know, Melanie. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but I won't say it. Sorry. Delete. It's live, but I didn't say it. I have to admit I'm afraid. I'm afraid of being attacked for my what I want to say. And when I really went in and hugged her and loved her, and I know, like, where is she coming from? Okay, Melanie said, I woke up in the morning and I hugged myself and I said it out loud, I am afraid. that helped me in that moment. And this is what we need, are people sharing. Thank you. Like Stuart says, love the truths you share, reminding. Thank you. We need each other for that. You know, we need each other to know. I mean, it's a powerful time, and those of us feeling the fear, it's all right. We got to hug ourselves and love ourselves anyway and keep going. This is us helping our brothers and sisters. It is, it is, it is. So, you know, Carol, I have a few friends like last year that I really realized, if I keep listening to their story, I am not helping them. Even just listening. Oh, look at that. I just saw your thing pop up. I'm talking to that right now. How about this for an aligned moment? If I continue to listen to your story, I am not helping you. And not to mention how many times I have one friend, we start going rounds because I start to get so frustrated because her way is to also attack at the same time, make it personal, that we get into it, you know, and I'm just like done. I'm like, I step away. And so, you know, that's all I know to do. And I feel like that's me being a loving witness in your life. If I back away, if I exit the argument or exit the energy, you know, you can only say, this is not you, so many times. You can only say, you know, choose again in your heart. Ask the man in your heart for the answer, as the song goes. I'll post a song when we're done, but you know that song, light of the world, shine on me, love is the answer. Light of us all, set us free, love is the... So, when you feel afraid, love one another. So loving one another often means I'm going to exit. I'm going to exit. I'm going to love you from afar. I'm going to send you light from a distance. So it's powerful. And the bad friend energy is just, I feel, you know, our woundedness as little girls. I know my mom really poured a lot into me. I was like her confidant. I can say for me that was not an appropriate thing, what happened with me. And so I was intensely afraid of her. I knew then it didn't feel good. I was intensely afraid of her. So you can just take that. It's a small little snippet, but you can take that energy and come to today and you can say, I feel like I'm being a bad friend. Do you hear the crows outside? I love that. I feel like I'm being a bad friend. No, this is the one in me liberating very old energy here. And if I could, instead of going in the circular argument about, here they go again, oh my God, you know, and that's why some of you post stuff here, I ignore it. I do. I'm reading, but it's old, and I'm not going to go there with you. It's old, and you know better, you know? You know. It's almost like you're expecting me to call you out on it. I'm not gonna. That's up to you. You come with or not, but I can't, you know, I feel like I can't leave where I am to go get you, you know? So Carol, you and me, and anybody else this relates to, we also need to love this one in us who's like, oh my God, I'm a bad friend if I don't do the nosedive with you into the, it's all whatever. It's all heavy, it's all down, it's all horrible. If you're there and you want help, it's a very different vibe, isn't it? I know I went to Jeffy the other day and I said, I just need help, just hug me. and I cried. That's different. I'm not fiercely hanging on to. That's right. I love that. Thank you, Stuart. You've mentioned that before. It's so beautiful. It's the one you feed, the light and dark. Which wolf are we feeding? So, I call it the hour of the wolf sometimes in the middle of the night. It's just the hour of the wolf. Yeah, so hi TJ. So it's beautiful thing that we can practice, and we can know, even though maybe our friend isn't going to send us flowers after that and they're going to stay mad. This one friend I'm thinking of who's really on a rough ride, I'm still like, yeah, no. You don't get together with me and do that. I don't want to do that. Allow that to happen in my presence because I care about you. So, right on, my sister. Silence is a superpower, and that's what I keep reminding myself. I need do nothing. Sometimes that's what love looks like, saying nothing, not responding. And even if they come and say it to your face, this happened to me. This happened to me for a whole month while I was in Assisi with one of my best friends, constant accusations of not being a good friend. But it's like, sometimes all you get to know is that you are choosing love. And that person may never acknowledge it, and it's okay. It's okay. And we, yeah. I say that a lot. We don't drop the baby, but also in that moment, it's not me against you. It's not, I need to protect myself against your attacks. It's, I want to honor the sacred in us both, because we are one. And this is the sacred I choose to uphold, if that makes sense. So, let it come. The fear, the angst, the grief, the sadness, the tears, healing rain, however you hold on to the love, hold on to yourself. You're worried that you're a bad person, or hold on to yourself and know that the growth is always assured from that. So remember, on this day, I accept my status as a light sparkler. And I will make the commitment to rise. And, I say to you, always in all ways. We don't get to pick it on Monday and Wednesday. But on Thursday, if this horrible thing happens, forget it. I'm off the clock. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. We have to bless it all and love it all. And I know it's hard. It's hard for me too. But that's why we're together, right? To remember. Are we there to remember? Yes, we are. So, if you love that, I thought we could end. It's so funny how I was saying I marked all these things in my book. Yeah. So just a couple little things. Yeah, sometimes you get called out in your stonewalling, in your silence. Oh, well. Yeah, and if that's in your relationship, what's fun to try? If you want to try an experiment with me, feel free to not, but pull right out of the whole conversation and continue to stay present and send love. Just think about another time when this person was so adorable or loving or sweet or some special moment, and just hold the energy. We can't change people, can we? But we can step into a frequency that could possibly create the vortex they will fall into. Carrie, you got it. Honor the sacred in us both. Oh, thank you. That's it with my mama. That's right, my honey bunny. I feel her presence so healing and so wanting to connect. And, you know, I feel the fear. Who isn't afraid? When people bring their crazy to us, and that's just what I call it, they bring their, who isn't afraid the next time and the next time and the next time? When there's been enough decades of a way, it's just, you know, automatic. So it takes great strength and courage to call up the choice. I am going to practice. So just a couple things here from the Course. Your picture of the world can only mirror what is within. The source of neither light or darkness can be found outside of you. Grievances darken your mind, and then you look out on a darkened world. So for those of you who are interested, that's from the workbook lesson 73. And all of my workbook lessons are available, you know, for less than $1 a lesson. You can practice with me. We can choose. So, you know, again, you want to help the world right now. The COVID-19, the riots, the looting, the fear, the upset, you want to help shine a light. Practice with your own thoughts and know your grievances with your mother, your grievances with your mother-in-law, your grievances with your kids, your hurt feelings. This is where I practice. I hear the fierce thoughts. I hear the stuff coming through, and I'm like, no, I'm going to love that girl. I love her. I love her in my life. I'm not going to do it. My friend that I don't really speak to much right now, I send her love. When the guilty thoughts come, I send love. Because, you know, I don't want to see that out there because it's really going on in here. Yeah. All right. So this one, I hope you're loving this today. This one comes from Paul Selig's and the Guides. He's the medium, so it's not his wisdom. He's channeling energy through him, just like how the Course in Miracles was written, scribed by Helen Schuckman, but the energy coming through her was the Christ consciousness. So here's a beautiful prayer. I'm going to do this because I like that. On this day, I choose to lift my mind, to lift my expression, to lift my availability to a higher level of knowing. I will claim the benefit of this choice. I accept my willingness to accept the teachings that are available to me at this new place. And I align my energy field to all that is required to sustain me at this new level of being. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. And the word part, isn't that beautiful? I'll take a picture of that and put it in the stories, okay? The word part, you know, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. I hope I got that right. It's beautiful. So, do you feel the power of that? Yeah. So, that is your healing today, my friends. That is your healing today. It is Sunday. It is a day of rest, maybe. I, of course, have to finish the podcast and finish mowing the lawn, but I'm going to do all of that with so much love in my heart. And keep telling myself I did my best. I did my best. I'm doing my best. You know, show up for your life. It is powerful. It's so beautiful and powerful. And all through the text, they constantly say, you know, reader, that's you. The ones reading or listening. If you say yes, we will attune your energy now, you know? Yeah. So let's ring the bell today. Thank you for your words here. For your love. I need that too. I need the assurance too. I appreciate being affirmed in this place. Yeah, so there's a number of ways you can support this love, my friends. The biggest is practice. Okay? Practice. If something really rang out for you today, practice. Practice. Share. Try something. You can always offer a financial donation or book a session if you can. I have some love spray in the store, available through tomorrow. There's a number of ways to support the work. Buy the Course in Miracles course with me and let's practice together. Or just tell a friend. Really, all of it counts. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for choosing. So, I'm going to do a little mirror work with you here until we hang up, okay?